Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules over at this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule, that's for you to verify everything that you learn, whether it's here on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule to life. So getting into the video. This video is going to be about the Amex Gold Card and why whoever doesn't have the card, whether that be you or whoever, if you don't have the card, this is why right now is the best time to have the card. Now, I'm going to handle this thing two ways. First, I'm going to start off by talking about the credit card company that the American Express Gold Card is with. And then I'm going to talk about why you should have the card right now and why this pretty much is the best time to have the card. So before I get into that, I want to say, yes, this is going to be a subjective opinion. And that's why we do these credit card reviews, to give our honest opinion, whether it's objective or subjective. This one so happens to be subjective. And the reason why I'm saying this video is subjective is because I'm a big fan of the Amex Gold Card. I think that's a card that everyone should have, especially if you don't mind paying the annual fee. But to get further into the video, let's talk about American Express. One of the reasons why I always tell people over here at this Water Your Soil channel to get their foot in the door with American Express is, number one, the customer service over at American Express is great. I'm talking about American Express. I'm not talking about in their lounges. I'm talking about American Express because I know it has been some complaints about the customer service at a couple of the lounges with American Express, but I'm talking about actual American Express. Like, you call that number or you log into your account and you get a customer service agent. Those agents are great when it comes to helping you with issues, and most of the time they help resolve your issue, whatever it may be. So the customer service over at American Express is top notch. That's one thing. Another thing is they have a lot of products, and they have great products. Whether you need products for personal reasons like a credit card or a personal loan or a checking account or a high yield savings account, whatever it may be on a personal basis, they have great accounts for personal. Also, they have great accounts for business, whether you want a business checking account, whether you need a business loan, or if you want a business credit card. They have great business products. So that's another thing when it comes to American Express. I think their products overall are top notch, and they just continue to grow their products and continue to improve them as time goes on. Number three, and this is the most important one to all of you, especially those of you out there who are trying to build your credit and increase your credit score and build up your credit card profile or your credit profile in general. One cool thing that American Express does, and I'm not sure if they do this for everyone, but I consistently hear of people saying it's done, and it has been done for me, so I can only assume if you have good standing with them, they'll do it for you as well. But one of the cool things that happens is when you apply for an American Express card, after you already have a great rapport with them, you don't get hit with a hard inquiry. Now, as I stated, this may be a case-by-case instance, but this pertains to me and this pertains to other people as well. With me, the first American Express card that I applied for was my Blue Cash Everyday card. I applied and I was approved for that card back in 2017, and that was the first and the last time that I received a hard inquiry when it comes to American Express. Since then, I've applied for other credit cards and got approved. I applied for personal, business, and some of their other products, and I haven't got hit with a hard inquiry since back in 2017. That's just about 8 years ago, and that's a good thing, especially if you're someone who's trying to build up your credit profile and your credit score. Now, let's be realistic. Some of you don't care about hard inquiries. You don't pay them any mind. You like, hey, they disappear in 2 years, so I don't care about that. But for those of you who are concerned, just know that American Express tends to do that when you do have a good standing as well as a good credit score. So keep that in mind. Now let's hop over to the American Express Gold Card and why I believe this is the best time to have the American Express Gold Card. So everyone seems to complain about food and groceries these days, which is understandable. Of course, food and groceries are expensive. But when it comes to food and groceries and the Amex Gold Card and you getting 4 times points, you're pretty much multiplying whatever dollar you spend by 4 when it comes to the Amex Gold Card. So if you go to the grocery store or if you go to a restaurant and you add those points and you multiply them times 4, it adds up, and it adds up quick because things at the grocery store are expensive for a lot of people right now. So when you go and you purchase things and you times it by 4, you pretty much stacking up points quick. I believe it's one of the fastest ways to stack up points with that card, unless you're someone who travels often and you do the 5 times points with the American Express Platinum card. But if you have the American Express Gold card and you are someone who goes out and you shop for food and groceries often and you spend money on a weekly basis towards those two things, your points can add up quick. Those 4 times points. You get those 4 times points, and most people are not exceeding the spending limit for the 4 times points. So if you're someone that find yourself constantly spending money on food and groceries, whether it's a restaurant, fast food, dine-in, or you're someone that goes and shop for a lot of groceries and make dinner at home, either way, it can benefit you if you are spending money in those categories and you find yourself spending a lot of money per month in those categories. Just think, if you're someone who goes out and spend a hefty amount of money on a month-to-month basis with food and groceries, this card can be great for you. So I always recommend it. I will recommend it to anyone, especially people who are doing everyday spending with food and groceries, because of the 4 times points. It's hard to find something to match those 4 times points. Plus, the card has other good benefits that people can take advantage of, like the dining credit and the Uber credit and other benefits as well. And plus, as I always state, once you get your foot in the door with American Express, you pretty much open yourself up to having access to their other products as well. So I would recommend the Amex Gold to anyone who's in the market for a card and doesn't mind the annual fee. If you don't mind the annual fee, which comes once a year, then this card can work wonders for you, especially right now with how things are with the economy and the price of goods and services and food and groceries, because that's the main benefit you get from this card is the food and groceries. But I just wanted to let you all know this. To those of you who are considering getting the Amex Gold card, you are on the right path. I will recommend it to anyone, as I stated, and I'm really not into recommending credit cards like that to people. I like people to make their own decision when it comes to credit cards, but the Amex Gold card is one of those cards that I'll recommend because it's what I consider to be an everyday card because of the great benefits for food and groceries. So I just wanted to let you all know about taking advantage of what's going on right now with the price of food and groceries and what's going on right now with the economy. It could benefit you greatly by having a card like the Amex Gold card. No, I do not work for Amex. I'm not an ambassador. I'm a normal card holder just like you are, but I just think this is the best card around. I know some people like to talk down on it, and there are people who are not fans of the Amex Gold card, but when it comes to value, when it comes to having a good card in general for something that you're going to be doing on an everyday basis, I think you can't go wrong with the Amex Gold card. And I'm always going to talk it up until they change it and make the benefits worse. I think it's a great card. But anyways, if you're new around here and you're feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video because I post often. That's clicking on that bell and selecting all. Also, this goes to every single one of you, my subscribers included. Be sure to hit the like button. It literally takes a second. Hit the like button. That's your way of letting the algorithm know you support this channel and this video. I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. Hey, what's going on? This is Nell from Water Your Soil. So as someone who went from a 549 credit score all the way up to the 800s, I decided to share the same information that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. This book is titled Strategies to Master Credit. I put everything in this book, everything that helped me go from poor credit to excellent credit. All of the information is in this book. So I want you all to purchase this book. A lot of you have already purchased it, but it's available currently right now on Amazon.com and also MasterCreditBook.com. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. You want this book. It has all the information needed in order for you to go from poor credit to excellent credit, or just simply maintain your good or excellent credit score. So get the book ASAP. And if you want something more in depth, you could take the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. It's more in depth. There are actually chapters in this course, and it walks you through basically how FICO credit scores come about and how they're determined. And really, once you learn how FICO scores come about and the concept of credit scores, then you're pretty much on your way to either going from poor credit to good credit, or just maintaining a good or excellent credit score. So if you want something more in depth, I have the course over at www.wateryoursoil.com. All right.